Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you could be here. Alongside Jan is with me today. Hey, Jan.
Hey, Steve. Hey, everybody.
So, from what I understand, you and I are going to be discussing potluck. We've never discussed that.
Oh, no, we have not. And I actually did a potluck not that long ago, a few months back, and it was for a friend. And let me tell you something, that person was a surprise party. So the people that were involved were more than glad to participate. Potluck parties are so much fun and they don't break the bank.
No.
Steve, I know that you enjoy visiting potlucks, and you've actually brought some stuff to potluck parties. Am I right?
Well, actually, no. I never brought anything to the potluck party because one of the potlucks that I went to was at a church. And I knew there was going to be a gathering or getting together to have something to eat after the service. But I didn't know at the time what potluck was. I had no clue. So I leave the church and I go outside, I go into another building, and I enter this other room and I'm seeing three and four tables with nothing but food on it. So what I had to do is I had to up and ask, okay, how does this work? What is this? In fact, I asked my friend and I asked my friend's mom. She filled me in on what it was about. Oh, okay. I said, I've heard of these before, but I had never gone to one. That was my first one. Um, what was unique about the potluck is that each and every, like if you had more than one of something to be offered, say four or five people had deviled eggs, two or three people had banana pudding, macaroni salad, um, maybe some type of casserole. Whoever made it, if it was done multiple up, on that potluck, each one is different.
Yeah.
And what's good about that is that you learn that there's so many different ways that you can go about preparing a certain meal. That was one potluck. The second one I went to was it was at an RV park I used to live at, and it was done about once a month.
Oh,
You had the option to bring something, or you could just go voluntarily. Um, I just went, and it was pretty good. I actually preferred the church gathering better than I did the RV one. I don't know why. I just preferred. I don't know. Maybe a little more fellowship. Maybe the atmosphere,
yeah.
the ambiance. But they were both good. But I would give the RV park potluck maybe a B if I was grading it as a paper. I would give the one at the church an A. They were both of good
Was,
quality, but
was the RV, excuse me, was Steve, was the RV one savory food or just snacks or sweets?
mixed
Some people subdivide them up.
mixed up. It was a
Ah,
mhm.
that's good.
So,
That's good.
mhm.
And the church choices, do you remember some of the church choices of the meals that like grab your attention?
Well, like I mentioned, you had, certain casseroles. You had a couple people with the stews. You had pulled pork,
Hmm.
uh, macaroni salad, banana pudding.
Good.
It was
Oh my
well, the
God.
one at the church was a little bit more southern based,
Mhm.
and
Right.
I don't, even though I live where I live, I'm not afraid to tell. I live in Florida. Yes, I've been here since I was 7 going on 8 years old, but I don't really consider myself a Southerner. For one, people always ask me, Steve, how is it that you live in Florida? I get this all the time. How is it that you live in Florida, but you don't have a Southern accent? I don't know. Um, no, because I've gotten people tend to misplace me. They always think
I'm
that.
one of those people. When we first started talking, I'm like, "Are you sure you're not from the Upper East Side of New York?"
Mhm. Well, I've gotten that. I've also gotten, crazy as it may sound, I have gotten the Midwest. Um, I
Mm,
have gotten around the Baltimore, Maryland
mm, hmm.
area. I've gotten that. Um, I've had people mistake me for a couple of three different places, but no, I tell people I've lived here. I haven't lived outside the state of Florida. Not, not really.
So, Steve, I do know though that there are certain foods that you've brought to other places that they're no fail. Never ever have you ever had anybody like leave
Okay,
them behind.
that's a different story. I can go into that as well. Um, no, I am not somebody that frequents bars. I don't do that. This is not even recent. This is probably about 17 years ago. There was a bar that I used to go to. Now I don't drink, but I got to know some people there, and I used to like to go there and sing karaoke. Haven't done that in 100 years. And I brought in my oatmeal raisin cookies. It's not my recipe. It's on the bottom of any Quaker oatmeal container. You can read it and it's right there. Or you can look it up online. Vanishing oatmeal cookies. You can. It's easy to find.
Yeah,
Um, Banana pudding. I've done. Let's see. What else did I? I might have done deviled eggs once. And needless to say, it didn't last long. Now there, I did bring my own thing. The gathering get together.
yes.
They kind of had their own little potluck during the day. Uh,
That's wonderful. Like, and the thing that I organized was for a surprise party. There's only one little bit of a little issue on my end, Steve. Yes, we never know what people are going to bring. True. We never know how good the stuff, not no offense to anybody, but we never know how good the stuff the people are bringing in is.
mhm,
So my recommendation for anyone that's planning to do a potluck, yes, of course, basically 95% of the stuff is potluck random. Make sure there's one dish that is a safe bet that everybody's going to get and not be disappointed, because you don't want people like standing there going ooh, ooh,
I
and
know.
ooh. I hate to be unrealistic, but I'm being realistic.
Hmm. No. Well, there were a couple items that I did. Well, what I would do if it's something that I've never had, or if I looked at it and I went by judgment, if I wanted to try it, but I was a little bit up in the air about how good it would be, I'd only get like one or two bites of it to try it.
Right.
Um, if it turned out to be okay, I would go back and get some more.
Yes.
And then I had that, and there were a couple that was like, okay, yeah, it'll do. It's okay. Nothing, no,
Right.
nothing frill about it. So, but yeah,
And
during,
go ahead, Steve.
well, no, this one place that I did take the stuff where they had like a daytime potluck. They also barbecued on the grill. They did,
Nice.
chicken,
Nice.
hamburgers, hot dogs. They kind of gave it was kind of like a potluck
That
sir
was smart.
barbecue to give you.
Very smart. I like that idea, Steve. See, that's a person that used their best judgment. That's
Hmm.
really good.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have access to a barbecue, but I did something similar. Instead, I ordered a 3 foot hero. Those three, you get them in 3 feet, you get them in 6 feet. But for the amount of people, the 3 foot was beyond enough. Sometimes you think, oh, 3 foot's not enough. 3 foot hero was more than enough. It also came with the salads on the side. So I knew guaranteed people are going to flock to that thing. And
Hmm.
that's what they did in addition to the wonderful stuff that, the friends brought. So it turned out to be great. Sometimes Steve, people also can assign people who wants to do the beverages, who wants to do the cupcakes, the desserts. So that way it doesn't get too crazy.
Right. And you had that too. You had
Yeah.
some people bring in, um, they brought in. I don't know if it was necessarily something they made or if it was something store bought. Um, I know this. I mean, not everybody has Publix. I'm sure, depending on where some of the subscribers are from, this is just hearsay. I don't know. I've never been to one, so I can't. I'm only going by what I have heard. The next closest grocery store next to Publix, if you don't have it, would probably be a Wegmans. I think that would be the next closest because I know that they tend to offer a pretty good quality of stuff. So, um, but in my case, Publix, if I want any type of pastries, cakes, cupcakes, pies,
What an assortment you guys have over there at that Publix. That's for sure.
right? One of the cakes I would, and I have to inquire about it. They don't sell it. I don't know how much trouble it would be. I wonder if they could conjure up a variety pack of cake like the one you had, where you have different varieties.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that would be too much trouble. I don't know if they could
They
pull that.
probably sell that there. It's like kind of like my guess. They probably do have that.
I don't see it, but I,
No,
I
not yet. Oh, well, that's part of, I can make that part of the assortment of the dessert that, since it is, one of those potluck deals, like three people can make three different cakes, and then you could put it on a platform and make it look like it's all integrated into the different slices, like the way I would purchase it, just like that.
yeah, yeah, you could.
You know
I
what? I
see.
have an idea. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I see where you're going with that. I see. I've definitely got. I definitely got what you say. I got the it factor in that. Um, yeah, yeah. I suppose. I guess you could go that direction. I didn't really think about that.
Presentation is half the battle won. Now, a lot of people, I get a load of this, Steve. Years ago on, I could say it, eBay. Years ago on eBay, I purchased this beautiful. When I married letter G, I purchased this platform for cupcakes. At that time was the cupcake era, and that's when I went over to the Cake Boss place over in Hoboken. Okay, and I asked directly to the cake boss guy. I said, "You think you could have 100 cupcakes ready by tomorrow?" He said, "Sweetheart, you could have 100 cupcakes ready by tomorrow, by 1 hour. Not never mind tomorrow." So I was like,
Mm,
"Oh." So anyway, but I got this really gorgeous platform, Steve, and had levels and levels and levels. And I put all the cupcakes, the small platform on the top, medium size. It looked like a big wedding cake in levels platform. This plastic thing, so cute. Presentation is half the battle won. And why am I mentioning all this right now, Steve? If you have a potluck but you don't have a cake pedestal, all you need is a bowl. Flip it over. Remember, an upside down bowl, like let's say like a mixing bowl. Then you could just take a platter, a plate, put it on top of that, and nestle it on top of that. You got yourself an elevated right away cake pedestal. People won't know the
mm.
better. You could just even decorate the bottom of it if you want.
Oh,
People will not
okay.
know the better. The other thing, Steve, like the deviled eggs, a friend of mine taught me this. I mentioned it on several shows of mine. If you go to a party with deviled eggs, take the carton where your eggs come in, the actual carton, clean it out. You could decorate the outside. Put your deviled eggs inside of that. Close it. You got a travel case for your deviled eggs and a display. Make it very pretty.
Mm,
Put it on the table. It's
okay.
perfect.
Yeah, that sounds pretty. Yeah, you had mentioned that to me once upon a. Yeah, I never did that, but
I've
that
done it. It works.
but I see where it would you could definitely get, you know, you could just lay it down in there and set it down in there nicely and put whatever like you say decoration or trim to spiffen it up a little. Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Because eggs, like deviled eggs, could be a little bit of a mess, a little bit of a travel nightmare in a car. Because you're in a car and it's like moving all over. But if it's nestled right back in its own case, it's not going anywhere. Everything stays
Mm-mm,
stabilized. Open it up, make it
mm-mm.
so pretty. Open it up, and people are like, "Wow, this is too smart."
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, deviled eggs can get messy, especially when you go, not the part where you mix the yolk and the mayonnaise or the whatever salad dressing or whatever mustard, however you do it up. Not that part, not putting it back in the hard boiled in the the eggshell, not that, but lining it up, moving it around, hoping they don't touch, sprinkling the paprika. Yeah,
Yes.
there's a few factors that go into making it sloppy. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Exactly. And people also forget, Steve, that 6 eggs means 12 deviled eggs.
deviled eggs, right? Double.
So this is so economical. A person could throw a frugal potluck party. They don't have to do a 3 foot hero. That was just something that I did. People could find something else they know that'll go well. It's not going to be a failure, like pasta with certain sauces. That's not going to be a failure.
No,
Just in case your friends bring, things that not are not too popular.
no, but I'll tell you something else that I did. This is not recent. This was probably back in 2010. Um, in fact, it's not terribly far from me, maybe 8, 9 miles. One time, my dad and I went to a chili cook-off. I'd never been to one. And all you do is you walk in, they give you a raffle ticket. That raffle ticket allowed you to win a $25 Cracker Barrel gift card. I had I
Nice.
had a ticket, my dad had a ticket. So we're walking around, try this chili. We must have tried, oh my gosh, too many to count, over 30 different chilies, little samples. Um, one was green chili, never had it. It was good. It wasn't spicy. But it is amazing to find out just how many different ways there is to prepare chili. So once all of that was finished, we hung around for the raffle, and they kept calling number, kept calling. Our numbers didn't pop up. Mine never showed up. So my dad says, "Here, Steve, take this. Take my raffle. Hold on to this." As soon as he handed me my raffle, it wasn't 5 minutes. The guy called my dad's number.
Oh my word.
So yes, I wound up winning one of those $25 Cracker Barrel gift cards.
Oh, how nice.
Don't get me wrong, Cracker Barrel has some really good food. If I'm sure people that are of subscribers probably have been to Cracker Barrel. I love their biscuits. I love their their preserves. I like their I think they okay, apple butter. But
Hmm.
I usually when I go to Cracker Barrel, I have eaten their dinners. They're not bad,
Hmm.
but I actually prefer their breakfast more. That's me.
Wow. And that sounds like $25 would be great for a breakfast menu.
Yeah, I think with the way my dad and I worked it, we were able he ate off of it twice and so did I.
Awesome.
And what
That's
we did is at the time, this is back in 2010, so prices were cheaper. So I was able to order a breakfast below $10. I ordered water a lot of the time.
that's smart. That's smart.
And then my dad, so we kept it like, we kept it well below. But I don't remember exactly, but we used to always hit the good deals if there was like the senior menu he would get. The only thing about the senior menu, and I've mentioned this before, and I'm sure a few of the subscribers can vouch. I don't like it when you go to the senior menu, the portions of food get smaller.
Yeah, I'm chuckling because you are 1,000% correct.
Yeah, so anyway, Jan, this was a good video. I'm glad you could stop by and we could, get this
Oh, listen,
underway.
thank you so much for having me here. But I have to ask you a quick question, Steve. I noticed there's a change on your ticker, your banner below.
Right, that's right. Um, if in the event, I'll just go ahead and mention it. If in the event, if you decide you do not want to send me a super thanks, I also like Amazon gift cards. And all you have to do there, I don't want to put my email address here out in the open. I'm doing it for for my privacy. But if you go to my my YouTube page, I'll get it in a minute, and where it says everywhere Steve Young, it'll say per viewer request. You'll see my PO. But if you click on that, it'll flip it over in the description down below. It'll give you an email address, and all you got to do is go to Amazon, find the gift cards. You can send whatever denomination you want. You can
That's
send it.
great.
You can send it directly to my email address, and you know, if you don't want to go the super thanks route, I do like Amazon gift cards as well.
Yeah, that's a great option because what a lot of people, I'm glad you did that. It's very smart. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that an Amazon gift card, in a way, is the equivalent value in a way of cash. When a person wants to, let's say, but they could purchase, let's say, clothing, or they could purchase, let's say, I don't know, a pot or a pan, or something, or some food, even for those food
Yes.
aspects of it as well. So
Yeah.
that's great. I hope you didn't mind that I asked you about that
No,
ticker.
no, I'm glad that you did because I want to make everybody, you know, known of this,
Aware of it, yeah,
that if you don't want to go the super thanks route, there's a it and it's not hard to send an Amazon gift card. In fact, I talked my longtime friend through it. He owed me some money back. He had
yeah.
purchased something on Amazon, and he accidentally, you know, took it off of my balance. He said, "Oh no, Steve, I messed up." I said, "Well, you can always give me the money back." I said, "You could always send me back a gift card."
There
And
you go.
three easy steps. You find the gift card, you click on it, you choose the amount, you pick your design if you want to send one, put in an email address, who it's
And
for.
it's the e-gift card, just for the record.
That's
That goes
right.
directly to his email, so you don't have to worry
It
about licking a
is
stamp or anything of that nature.
it is an e-gift card. You don't have to worry about an actual physical card. No, that
Right, right.
oh, I'm sure you could go that route if you wanted to, but why would you want to? I mean, I've received a few Amazon gift cards along the way through email, and it's one of the easiest, simplest ways to redeem. It's not hard.
You know what I love about it, Steve, too? They also let the purchaser know when the recipient, the gift recipient, got that and opened it. So you
Yeah.
know every step of the way as a purchaser. I think it's a great idea. I really do. I wish you luck with that.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully. So, yeah, that gives you guys another avenue, you know. Um, I mean, they're both good, but plus, I'm also saying that too, like, I just, in general, I just don't mind getting an Amazon gift card. It doesn't always have to be the super thanks, super thanks, super. No, 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 no. You can go this route. I'm
Very good.
all right. Well, everybody, I'm
This
glad.
was fun. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. I'm glad everybody could stop by, and Jan and I will see you back here next time. Bye.
Bye bye.